properly. This right here is Armageddon Empires. It's a very simple, very basic game. Kind of a throwback to pre-2000 strategy games. No splash screens, nothing. You launch it, this is where you get put immediately. Very few options, quick rolls, card, blah blah blah. One of the biggest things, create a deck. Got 4 factions, 3 mutants, Xenopods, Machine Empire, Empire Man. Each one utilizes resources differently. They have slightly different gear, tactics, what have you. Personal favorite, Machine Empire. Every card has a point value. There's no limit to how many cards you can have. You can have a limited number of each type of card. Total point value has to be or below. I think there actually might be a rule that it has to be at a certain limit. Right now the guy has 175, 225, and 275 point totals. And that can cover a whole mess of things. So, to begin with, you can name a deck. You have all the different categories of cards. So, Machine Infantry, Skeletors, Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3, Cyborgs and Advanced Cyborgs, Spider Constructs, Sentinels, Thralls. And over here is an expanded card view. Shows you all the stats of the card, point cost, name, type, resources, the stats for hit points, attack, whatnot, special abilities, and any flavor text as well. As you can see, shows you how many the deck has of them. I could have up to 15 of these guys, and they cost 3 apiece. I can have 10 of these guys at 3 apiece. This is what the actual cards look like. We got the resource costs here, color-coded for convenience. And then here's all of their other stats. It's basically all of this shrunken down. Same card picture, all that jazz. And you just basically go through and add in all your cards. They got heroes, your generals that run your armies. Without them, you can only have like 2 units per stack, which kind of cripples you. Gives you more stats here. I've already got decks made. You go to a new game, you can set, like I said, that max point value, which determines basically the size and power of yours and your opponent's deck. The size of the map as well. And tile points, that's for your starting zone. There's a couple of different starting zone tiles, but they basically follow the same rules as this. So if you got 175, a 5-point tile is what you're going to be wanting. Select your deck. I got my 175 deck right here. Resources, that's for resources in the field. You discover them, you set up generators. Every turn you collect resources from them, kind of like an RTS, but in turn-based format. Specials are kind of the same thing. The first time you run across a new tile, there's a chance for it to have something special, such as an encounter, or a piece of equipment, or some event where, you know, they'll be like, you discover a busted gas station, and then you get a whole bunch of energy resources from draining it dry. Then you select your opponent. Right now, you can choose, you can't go mirror match, so whatever faction you are, Empire of Machines, you can't fight them. So you choose someone else, so Empire Man, bam, done. Cult of the Wastelands, that's one of the expansion packs. I'm going to enable it, just so that we can also see the additions of there. The cults are neutral NPCs. You're fighting an NPC, but the neutrals, they'll fight both of you. And another bullet point, selling point of the game was that there's no cheating for the opponents. They don't get to see the whole board. They don't get extra resources. They still have to struggle through the game just like you. So, on the one hand, you know, that's awesome because it's more equal footing. On the other hand, it's still AI. So, you know, there's some exploitation you can do. So, that's the whole reason why many other games opt to have AI cheating. And then you go to start. Another unique thing is their dice system. They go by numbers of dice. The dice are simple binary, on or off. Either it's a success or a failure. So your symbol means success, a blank means failure. I roll. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. It's like flipping coins. They get to lay tiles first. The minimap, the hex map. We lay tiles. They're laying theirs. I lay mine. This is where that 5, 10, and 15 starter point is comes into play. The machine wastes. This basically this is where your headquarters will be, and this will determine your starting resources availability. And we set that tile, and we drag our stronghold. So this is my headquarters. Bam. So this indicates that there's an outpost here, and this is the token that represents how many unit stacks are there. Every outpost will have 1 stack even if it's empty. On this side will be enemy stacks. Or if it's an enemy outpost, yours will be on this side and theirs will be on this side. And you start the game. And basically it takes a little bit to process, and it lays out the tiles on here. The initiative. You can spend resources to get more of these. I roll. I get to go first, and I get 12 action points instead of 6. Turn rank first, start your turn. And this is the game board in all its glory. Every time it's randomized. The only thing that's consistent is that the kind of yellowish border guys here, they take 1 movement point to cross. These brown bordered ones, they take 2 movement points. And these darker ones, they take 3. They're like mountains, what have you. This one's pretty flat, not a whole lot of mountains. And then you can see the terrain. Controlled, explored. Oh, that's for the minimap. My bad. Control. I've only got 1 tile under my control. Here. Observed. This lets you know how many turns it's been since you've observed that one, because it has a fog of war system. You go to a tile, you go away. Maybe your enemy comes by, puts up a resource collector there. You never know. And then the ones that you've explored. So that's pretty much all of that. You got your resources at the top. They're divided into humans, materials, energy, and science or research. You got your discard pile. You got your deck. So my deck has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 49 cards. Once I go through all my cards, I'm basically done. It won't automatically lose the game for me, but, you know, I can't, like, reshuffle or get cards back from the graveyard. Tactics, you use those in combat. Supply. That's another biggie. Supply radiates out from your outposts. All of your units, they can use those movement points as they please within them. Outside of them, they get severe attack and defense penalties, and they can only move one tile at a time. Kind of sets it up so that you have to establish new outposts to slowly creep across the map while you're looking for your opponent. So, with the resources I've got right now, I'm gonna throw down a spider bot. Now that I got the spider bot there, I can see all of the tiles around me, and I see that there's an outpost right there. This is an independent outpost. Among Us. So, it's a throwback to the Road Warrior. Got a tank. Dune Raiders. You can kind of think of them like mobs in an RPG. You know, they don't move anywhere. They're just there. If you get strong enough that you can take over, awesome. You'll sometimes find goodies in there. At the very least, you'll get the base to use. Create an army. Scout A. Takes 3 AP to create an army. Bam. Still got 8 to go. Gonna put this guy in there. Let's do some scouting. Everything is done with clicking and right-clicking. So, it takes 1 action point, and you can move forward. As you can see, it takes 1 to move into these, 2 to move into these, 3 to move in this one because this one's 2, so it's 1, 2, 3 type of thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I've got all these explored. Control, independent. These two are under my control because I got the unit there. These are the ones that I've observed. And the strength of the observation, that's what that is. And still in supply. No events. Give you a summary of the players, number of bases, blah blah blah, lots of information. Action points to draw a card. Let's draw another card. And let's end the turn. Then they take their turn. I don't want to buy any dice. And now I go second. I've only got half the action points to work with. That's the incentive to spend resources to get more die, so that you can have a higher probability of going first and getting more action points to do more things. And now it's my turn. Let's start with exploration. Bang. 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 This is one of those events from the setup Nomad Caravan. Claim it, remain, observe it. Let's claim it. Humans transported to base. So I get 3 human resources. Woo! Machines don't really use that unless you got cyborgs, which I don't, so these are basically free die rolls for me. And what else can I do? Can't build anything yet, so I'll just make another army. Let's go with skirmish A. Create. Even though it has no units in it, I got the AP to make it. Bam. Let's have 4 die. I still ended up with 2, but he only ended up with 1. And I get to go first. It's my supply. I don't want to... You can go out of supply with 4 movement points. That's fine. It's just getting back in that's going to be the challenge. I don't know what they are. I want to stay away from them for a moment. Honor of the Mother. This is the cult. There's multiple cults, but each game there's only one of them randomly chosen. So, Plague Mother. She's the cult. You get bonus points for taking them out, but they're really there just to be a challenge for you and your AI opponent. And that's all. Oh, she'll probably be wandering around. I just gotta be mindful of that. And let's put out a hero. Bam. What can the hero do? Well, my base is a resource collector. So it's collecting 1 of each of these, which means that I got 1 material going to waste. I could build a facility to collect it, but I need to get 2 materials to start with. So I gotta wait yet again. Let's draw a card. I'm at my size limit. Let's create another army. Scout B. And we end our turn. And let's just stay that way. Ow. Nothing. Okay, they take their turn. It's my turn. Supply. Bang. 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 Still within supply. Tentacle Beast Den. There's resources here, but they're guarding it. Can't get them until I clear them out. Which is fine, because I still gotta build that one to get that second material. Unfortunately. So, since I've got it, let's create another army. Let's go with Assault A. I have a system, I swear. And then we end our turn. Let's get a little extra chance here. 4 to nothing. Awesome. To start my turn, I'm gonna build that material, so now I'll get 2 per turn. And I'll move him to skirmish. He can command 8 units. That's cool. And what do I want to do? Supply. I can scout these, but I gotta get back into my supply. There we go. And let's create Assault B and Skirmish B. Music is very repetitive. They've only got the 1 song, really. And enter. Assessment. Metal-consuming, genetically engineered microorganism detected by sensor probes on frontier. Danger level severe. Source is most likely secret laboratory hidden in wastelands. Impossible xenopod operation. Proceed with caution. Genetic researcher needed. This is a notice about the cult. So it's a metal-eating cult. Interesting. Alright, what can I do now? I can put out a harpy. I can put out a spider bot. I'll put the harpy into my skirmisher. Put the spider bot in my scout B. Spider bot. Scout. You use them, and they go back to your hand. If the enemy destroys them, then of course they go to your graveyard. Scout. Now see, they got the red. That's because I'm out of supply. And not much more doing, but I can draw more cards. Aircraft. You use them, and they go back to your hand. If the enemy destroys them, then of course they go to your graveyard. They don't cost any resources other than the fuel it takes, and depending on the aircraft. The Wraith, that's a jet fighter, so it can go in a radius around my strongholds. Helicopter aircraft, they can basically be deployed anywhere where your units are. And missiles function pretty much the same. If you got the resources to spare, you can also make the enemy go second enough times that they start pouring resources into trying to go first, so that they can put out some of these bigger priced items. See, I've only got one movement because I'm out of supply. Let's go down just the one. This is the area I've explored. I got about maybe a third of the map down. Not bad. Not bad. I don't really want to take my guy out until I can get another unit or two. Like the Skeletors. If I can get the Skeletors and the Shade Artillery. So that will be 2 more turns, and then I can start going out and fighting. So we'll end. We'll put 1 more die in. Yeah, see? He had to put in 2 extra. And we've tied twice before he wins with a 3. Alright. All over there. Well, technically I can move over here and start getting that research, but let's start getting the Skeletors. Let's put them in my skirmish. Then I got the Harpy and the Skeletors with him. I want to get the artillery in there too. I don't have enough to draw, don't have enough to do anything else. 1 in there. Roll. Aww. Alright, let's put that guy in there. Now we're ready to rock and roll. So, can I move him? Yes. But then I won't be able to move these 2 because I'll be out of action points. But let's move down here. And let's attack. You can attack a entrenched position, or lay siege, and they'll attack you. So now we go to the combat. You get to choose your armies if you got multiple stacks on 1 tile. Same with them. Got our ranger units. So you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 units total. Artillery, they can function from the rear. If they have a range of 1, they can only attack 1 tile in front of them. So they have to be in the front line to attack anything, and they can only attack the enemy front line. If they have a range of 2, then they can be in the front, but still attack the back at half damage. Rear area, they can attack from the back for full damage on basically anything. And if one of these guys die, I gotta pull the artillery forward because the rule is by halves. So if I got 3, I can have 2. If I got 4, I think I can also have... You gotta have more in front than the bottom. I forgot the exact rule. Fate, those are your do-overs. And down here would be my tactic cards if I had them. They can affect your die rolls. So we roll. I got an aggressive bonus, I got a fate bonus. I'm the defender. I got nothing. They get to start first, so they're gonna attack. So his attack is 4, my defense is 5. So we roll. And then we roll. He missed, because my defense was a 3, his attack was a 1. Now he can spend fate to do these over, but I don't think he will. Yep, he concedes the challenge, and they miss. So that's another criticism that people have about the game, is that, you know, there's a lot of clicking and a lot of things that could probably be done smoother or more animated. Not animated, automatic. I got area attack on this guy, and disable decreases the target's attack by 3 for 2 rounds. So hell yeah, I'm gonna do that. Let's see if we can let's target this guy. What do we got? 5, 2. So I do 3 damage to it. 3 will kill it. Area attack, strength 6. Roll 4 and 2. Does 2 damage. Destroyed. Bam. Now he gets to go. He misses. Click, 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 click. I killed that guy and that guy before they could act. So now he's got nothing left. So let us infantry support this guy. Increases attack, combat attack. Attack this guy. I hit him for 2 damage. And he's still got the advantage. Damage persists as well. So any of your units that survive, if they got damaged, that still leaves their health down. You have to spend resources out of combat to patch them up. Roll the die. Yeah, he ain't gonna challenge that. And now I get to go. Oh, that's combat attack. This guy. Uh-oh. 3 damage. Area attack. They concede the challenge. He gets 1 damage. And you miss. Use his special ability, Assault 6. And he's destroyed. Let's just attack him. Yeah, I'll spend fate. Aw, if I had gotten that one, he'd be dead. Oh wait, I clipped him. And now this hero here, he's gonna try and make an escape. Hey, I got him. Nice. Terminated. So I won that battle without a scratch. Mostly due to that artillery and its area attack. And so now I got this mountain complex. It's hardened. Yeah, see, garrison stack, my stack. The Underhive. I can build stuff here. I wish that there was resources, but there aren't. It's a shame. Anyway, that's the basics of it. These are outposts that I could build out in the boonies. In addition to the resource collectors that you can build, you can also build things that are like tech research or tactics research, and you can spend resources to craft tactic cards and equipment cards that you attach to your units to give them extra abilities. So there's a lot of depth and detail in it, but that's a pretty good rundown of the basics of this game. I'll just give it a save, and like I said, hopefully this was recording.